Welcome to Lola's Frugal Life Podcast. If you're on a mission to be more frugal with both your time and money, you're in the right place. In this podcast, we talk about topics that help enhance living a frugal lifestyle. The goal is to save time and money where we can so that we can use the rest on what matters most to us. We talk a lot about both time and money management so that we can waste as little as possible on both. We do this while also embracing a progress over perfection mindset. If that sounds good to you, then please stick around for the latest episode right after a few quick words from our sponsor. Hi everyone, welcome back to my weekly meal plan episode. If you're new here, this is just a quick episode that I do every Wednesday where I share my family's meal plan for the upcoming week. I think meal planning is really important for saving money and just making your life a little bit easier. So I share my meal plan on this episode, and then there's also a blog post at lolasfrugallife.com with links to any recipes I might mention in the episode. So this week's meal plan starts on Saturday, February 4th. So for Saturday, I'm going to be trying a new recipe, which is called sausage and vegetable sheet pan dinner, and it's from allrecipes.com. So it's like Italian sausage links with like broccoli and potatoes and carrots and onion, and then like some olive oil and other seasonings. And I thought it looked like it'd be really good and like a quick kind of easy meal to make. So we're going to try that for Saturday. Then for Sunday, I'm going to be doing the turkey meatloaf that I make sometimes. It's called Jennie-O's Best Ever Meatloaf, and it's from Jennie-O.com, Jennio. And it's just basically like a turkey meatloaf with breadcrumbs, egg, ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, all that kind of stuff. And that's just the meatloaf that I always make. So we're doing that on Sunday, and I'm also going to be doing a box of shells and cheese with that and some frozen vegetables, whatever I happen to have in the freezer that day. For Monday, we're going to be doing hot dogs. We do that once a month. I don't know why I always need to point that out, that we do hot dogs once a month, but it's like I feel guilty. Like I have to say, we only eat hot dogs once a month. I know it's ridiculous, but anyway. So we do hot dogs once a month on a Monday. And for that, I just cook up some hot dogs on the stovetop in water, and then like in boiling water. And then I do some home fried potatoes in the air fryer. Like I take potatoes and peppers and onions and toss a little olive oil and some salt and pepper and cook them up in the air fryer. And we use those to make Italian hot dogs. Where you take the hot dog and you put the potatoes and peppers and onions on top of the hot dog on the bun, and it's really good. And then we're going to be doing chili on the side with that. I still have some of that leftover chili that I made and froze a couple weeks ago. So we're going to have that. Actually, it was probably maybe going on over a month ago. But either way, we still have some homemade chili. So I'm going to heat that up on the side too to go with that meal. For Tuesday, that's our like Taco Tuesday night. So we always do some kind of Mexican theme meal. So for Tuesday, we're going to be doing sheet pan chicken fajitas, which is from foodnetwork.com. This is just typical, chicken breast with peppers and onions and some seasoning, baked in the oven, and then we serve it with flour tortillas and like some sour cream. And I also make white rice in case anyone wants to make a rice bowl with it, because my husband actually likes it better served over white rice than on the fajita. So that's for Tuesday. For Wednesday, we always do some type of seafood. So this week we are doing bacon wrapped barbecue shrimp, which is from allrecipes.com. As I always mention, every time I make this recipe, I just take the bacon, cut it up into little bits, and then put it over top of the shrimp on the pan, on like the sheet pan. And it tastes just as good as if I was to take the time and actually wrap the shrimp, which I never do. So that is a really super easy meal. And as a side, I'm going to be doing easy fried rice, which is from SeriousEats.com. It's just your typical, like rice with egg and vegetables. For Thursday, we're going to be doing breakfast for dinner, because we always do either breakfast for dinner or soup and grilled cheese on Thursdays, because that's the night I go food shopping, and I just like to make dinner prep easier that night. So for Thursday, I'm going to be doing turkey bacon in the oven from brended.com. It's not really a recipe. It just tells you how to cook the turkey bacon in the oven. I love doing it that way because it's just so much easier to clean up. You could do the same thing with regular bacon. And then we're just going to be doing some scrambled eggs on the stovetop. And then I'm going to be making those same potatoes like I did with the hot dogs on Monday. I'll be making those on Thursday also because those go really well with the breakfast, like potatoes, peppers, and onions in the air fryer, like a home fries type of thing. And then our last meal on the meal plan is for Friday, and it's Anna's amazing, easy, pleasy meatballs over buttered noodles. That's from allrecipes.com, and this is a super easy crock pot meal. You put frozen Italian meatballs. We like to get the turkey ones just because we just like those ones. Not that we don't only eat turkey or beef or anything like that. We just happen to like the turkey meatballs. So I put the turkey meatballs in there, and then it's cream of celery soup, French onion soup, and sour cream. I think the sour cream might go in at the end. But either way, actually the sour cream does go in the beginning. But anyway, you just put those in, you put the frozen meatballs in, and then you cook it in the crock pot, and then you just serve it with buttered noodles. And then I'm just going to do some frozen vegetables on the side with that. So that's a super easy meal. I love coming home on a Friday and having a meal already ready. I don't typically wind up with that situation, but it will be really nice for that Friday. So that's it for this week's meal plan. Like I said, you can find any links to recipes that I mentioned in this episode on my website at lolasfrugallife.com. And that's it for this week. I will see you back here next week. So thank you for checking in for this podcast episode. And don't forget, you can always email me with any questions or suggestions at lolasfrugallife@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at lolasfrugallife. And you can find a blog post for most of my episodes and definitely all of my meal plan episodes at lolasfrugallife.com. You can also join our private listeners group at facebook.com/groups/lolasfrugallife. And if you enjoy the show, please make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen from. And I would love it if you would screenshot the show and tag me on Instagram so I could see you're listening. Also, if you can please take a couple of seconds to rate and review the podcast. Those ratings and reviews are what help the show come up better in search results so that other people can find this podcast. So that will really help me in growing my audience. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have an awesome day.